All right, tell me something good, guys. Tell me something good, please, and thank you. That's where we start today, right?
Sure.
If necessary, right? Tell me something good. All right, I'll tell you something good.
Rob is back.
Rob's here.
Rob.
Welcome back.
So great.
So great to have you.
So great.
We'll feel the love in front of the camera.
Love.
Where's yeah, welcome back, Rob. We love having you.
Rob,
I don't know where to
come say
focus.
hello. Say
Say hello.
hello, everybody.
Yeah, here, watch it. It's like one of these things. So,
Yeah.
there you go.
Thank you.
Is it on the computer?
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
I guess not yet. I'm so happy to be back.
Why?
Yeah.
It's gonna torture you.
You should torture me.
Oh.
There's a number of reasons. For those of you who knew that when I left, it was actually an incredibly difficult decision to make because of the support and the people and the culture of this office is so unique. And I was so close to so many people. And it actually was a little bit bittersweet. Many of the people here actually came to my wedding last year. And when the anniversary photos started coming up, it was hard actually, because I saw so many people I cared about. And I saw so many people that I grew with in the past 6 years. And I wasn't in that office anymore. I wasn't able to see them on a daily basis, even though we were all keeping in touch. But it was an opportunity that was presented at the time that vetted out to be something very different. And it was one of those things that if I hadn't had done it, I would have regretted it. The wonderful thing is that it did open up a few avenues and a few doors, which fortunately then Joey and I started having a conversation, and coming back here, I'm able to bring back here. And we're able to really explore that and really grow that and also add stuff to the office here. And the wonderful part is that it's here with my Larchmont family, the people I care about, the people I love. People who know me know two closest people in the world are my mom and my husband. And they both were thrilled that I'm coming back, or I am back. So thank you. Everybody's been wonderful and gracious. And I expect to get harassed, Tim.
Are you washing Joey's car?
Yeah, Joey, the details should be done by 3 p.m. But I'm so grateful to be back. And this is an office where everybody gives and everybody support. And it's so unique. I mean, I've been a number of offices out there, and actually my hometown is Whittier, and I'm close friends with another broker out there in Whittier. And the only offices I've heard that are that way is that office and this office. And there's a lot of expansion in between.
Yeah.
It's really a unique culture here. If those of us that have been here for a long time, we know that. Those of us that are, if you're new coming here, you're in a very special place. And this is a place to grow and to be supported and to be on a team. And so I thank you, Joey. I thank everybody here for your support. And I'm looking forward to the years together.
Yay.
Yeah. I like that.
Where you got that on just in? Okay. All right. Anyone else tell me something good? I don't want to leave anybody's good thing out. All right, let's move on then.
No.
Happenings for this week are Tuesday Caravan every week. It's fun. Thank you, Samantha, for making that happen.
You want to share?
Share something. Oh yeah, we saw some exciting properties. Who was that one to share or no? Oh, you're just bonding? Lisa, do you want to share any? No, you're just flagging me off. Okay, because we saw Samantha sets
What
up
did you
this
see that you liked?
sets up a tour that has sometimes 15 places in it. And you're like, oh my God, we're gonna see 15 places. And you'll see around 10, 11 places for sure. And they create a story, right? A story of comparison and about the neighborhood. And so it's really a great experience.
You were giving us lessons on architecture,
Yeah.
Moorish architecture.
It just happened.
Cool.
Yeah, I do something. I know some things, I don't know, everything. But yeah, yeah, no, it's fun. What's up? Oh, Shelly, sure.
So is the crazy one that was like $8.5 million?
Yeah,
I like the sat room with all the.
you like that? There was a classic designer tufted room, right? If anybody knows what that means, the whole room was tufted and draped. It was.
Like
a lot.
champagne colored silks, right?
Are you sure you're not a game?
There's a game in there. Absolutely.
Well, that's it.
No doubt
It's a
about
lot of cleanup in
it.
there.
Just, you know. Yeah, there's a lot.
So
of it.
special there.
All right, so, all in all.
Where was that
and
house
it's fun.
located?
That was in Beverly Hills. Yeah, yeah.
I loved actually Pete's new duplex listing on Norton.
You had a lot of people do that too, right?
Really great. It's a share listing between Pete and another agent who used to be in the office but has moved to South Bay, and she also misses us dearly.
Yeah.
But a great duplex, like two-bedroom unit, and then there's also the guest house on Norton, just south of Third. Great location.
Pete, wake up.
I was just pumping up your listing.
But if anybody's looking, if has plans for looking for investment property, this one, like one of the units that was owner occupied is empty. They're both like, you know, like, and there is a tenant in the upstairs unit. Great backyard, great front deck, and the guest house, you know, like in the.
Sounds like a great place for you.
Yeah, but it's like a really lovely, you know, like you know,
You gonna buy it?
I would love it. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
I know.
You know, multiple. Sunday was kind of like. Yeah. And what's the owner user? Who's the buyer? Owner user or investing? Yeah. Oh, right now. Yeah, I would think so. Speculators that come through. It doesn't tend to, it's not gonna. Good long term, viable. But not. Yeah, excellent. All right, great. All right, let's go on toy drive. I ordered some stuff coming here today, throw it in there. For Fane Church, they distribute to many underserved in the community, and it's a great opportunity to give back. Just ordered with Amazon, I ordered a bunch of little toys and stuff. And if you do it, anything in your gift drawer, and my mother growing up had a gift drawer, like every time it was mostly filled with Avon, if anybody. But she goes,
It's so
she goes by Henry's. Yeah, my Henry sold Avon. So she had this gift drawer. Now I have like a gift box, right? You go from there. I never use it, but it's a safeguard. right?
It's a re-gift box.
It's a
Re-gift box.
It's summer. But if you need to regift any toys, bring them in, please, before the 12th, which is next Tuesday. Is that right? Is that about right? They
They need to be new though, correct?
Yeah.
do need to be, new. They do not
Unwrapped.
wrapped, just wrapped.
Monday.
12th is Monday. Okay. Yeah. So let's get them going. Let's fill that up. All right. It's a great cause. Next is. Business planning clinic is Friday, tomorrow. For some reason I thought today was Thursday. I woke up with a sinus, like in a sinus fog, and I'm still my brain's just starting to make the connections. Friday, I was actually halfway to the west side this morning.
Oh, no.
Realized it was Wednesday. Actually, before somebody told me it was Wednesday. And Friday, I'm gonna be doing a business planning clinic. I promise to have my brain in the right place by then. 11 to 3:30, give or take, probably.
Are you is it gonna be recorded for those, if they can't attend, to replay?
Yeah, we'll record it. I won't put it on Zoom, but we'll try.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because I'll be there most likely, but
Yeah.
there's somebody on my team may not be able to be there.
It's fine. It's fine, yeah. And we'll.
Do we need materials for it?
You need materials, you need to, yes, there's a worksheet. Paula, if you could send out the worksheet for the business planning clinic. And basically the worksheet has you start to think about, what is your goal? What are your historical and what's your historical information? What are you trying to achieve, right? And so I'm going to try to take this out of the theoretical and move it into a more workshop kind of piece and have you guys walk away with some numbers and maybe some activities to go forward in your business, right? That's the idea, having a plan. So yeah, that's on Friday. Jingle and Mingle holiday party is on the 15th at Paul's house. Right, it's beautiful, beautiful setting. Mary Kay and her son, Mary Kay's son is going to be catering it. Michael does an amazing job, and we're gonna have a ball 6 to 10.
Did that invite get resent? Because I never got the invite.
It's on the daily update every day, isn't it?
It said that's full.
Yeah. What's that?
When it said event.
Yeah, no, Tati took that.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, right?
I thought it was a separate, email.
What's that? No, it's not. It's just a link to an event.
Okay.
Yeah. Go on there and these are SVP. It's, we're not gonna be checking off the guest list. We're just trying to get an idea. Yeah.
Get turned away.
Yeah, no one will be turned away. All right. Next is, and it's always fun. Well, Tim, you want to pump this up yourself?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, a very diehard Christmas, singing, dancing, puppets, but not a puppet show. And interesting, this is right here in Koreatown, 520 Northwestern. There's also a show called A Very Die-Hard Christmas in Burbank by this company called the Trubies, and they do it to the music of Heart.
Like Die Hard and Heart together?
I guess so, yeah.
Die Hard Barracuda.
Puppets in there.
Nope, yeah, and I heard it's terrible, so don't go see that.
Koreatown, not.
Yeah, exactly. So, and there's a little poster out front. There's a QR code on there. You can get tickets that way. It's a smaller house. It's like just under 50 seats. So we've been selling out. I think there might only be 30 tickets left for the entire run.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm going on the 18th.
Yeah, the last night.
You too? Yeah, Pete and Trish.
No, he's going on Friday.
Oh,
He's
right.
going on the 9th.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right, I'm going on the 18th.
Oh, yes, I have clothes on, but I have my dancing shoes
Are
on.
you doing hair?
Yeah. So, doing hair?
Doing a production
Oh,
of hair?
production of hair. No. No, there's terrorists, there's explosions, there's
It's like a variety show.
Santa, the Grinch. It is, it's like a variety show.
I love that.
It's just, I want to hear what Pete thinks
She wants to hear what you think in the end.
after Friday.
All right, great.
Comment card, too much clothes.
Yeah.
I want to see Tim Thomas. Let's go. Next we have.
Don't you guys go to the gym together?
Yeah. See Tim Thomas. Morning show. Morning show, Tracy and Lorna every day. It's bundles of fun and information and motivation. Big fan. What's it say? Paula, both those links are the same, apparently. All right, you guys work it out. But morning show every morning, jump on. I try to do as much, I try to get on there as much as I possibly can, and I'm never ever disappointed. I always leave that call better than when I started.
They're always so positive and upbeat.
Absolutely.
But I need to get on.
It's there for everyone.
We're just feeding off of you
Next.
wonderful people.
Oh, yes, absolutely. The schedule for this week, Christy is doing, keep every lead and follow up with leads. Tomorrow, strengthen relationships on Friday. Qualify potential buyers on Monday, win with buyers on Tuesday, and win with sellers on Wednesday. Christy's a great educator and delivers this information in a really compelling fashion. Said being in business with her.
And that's at 10 o'clock?
That's at 10 o'clock every day, 10 to basically 11:30. Sometimes it goes a little longer. What do we have here? Mission, vision, values. Tuesday, December 13th. Christy's doing a breakout class, 1 p.m. on Tuesday. In what do you want in your life, in your business? Get clear, then clarify, articulate your mission, vision, and value statements. It's a core understanding your mission, vision, and values is an underpinning of everything you do, right? It's what propels you. It's what your messaging looks like. It's what drives you as an individual every day. A lot of us don't define it, but we live it. It's important to define it and to have it in front of you, to understand what your unique value is, what the mission is you're trying to accomplish, and the vision on achieving it, right? If you have that in front of you every day, you can build that even larger. You can implement those values into your business in a much more articulate way if you have them in front of you. I would argue that all of you do it in an unconscious way, but this is about bringing it into the light. Samantha.
I would also offer, when you say like, what do you do? When you say I'm a real estate agent or I'm in real estate, if you stop there, they will fill the rest of that sentence with whatever they know about realtors. Like, oh, I know a million of you.
Yeah.
But if you follow it with something, you know, even a snippet about who you are, what your vision is, or what your mission is, that might actually make it a little more interesting to them. Versus just I'm a realtor.
Well, and it's interesting that you say that, because I'm gonna go back to something that Rob said on the morning call this morning. You know, the different reaction that he gets from when he said, you know, I'm a realtor, I'm a realtor, and people being like, and then him saying, oh, I do commercial real estate, right? There's, you know, he was saying that he got a different response from that, and you know, in light of this, it kind of makes me think about, are we, you know, is saying I'm a realtor defining really what we do, right? And if we say, you know, if we just use that label, then people are going to just judge us on that label, right? But if we can articulate some deeper value, like just, you know, saying I'm a commercial realtor, it gives it a little, you know, it's not anything special. They don't do anything differently. They don't have a different service. They service a different community with different tools and stuff. But he gets an elevated response from just that one extra word, right? And imagine if we, you know, when we responded to that question of what, you know, what does it do, that, you know, it's like, oh, I run a real estate business, right? And, you know, and opposed to just having a static kind of word and that static response. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I have an idea in there, but I don't know. I could agree more. The other thing that is always have what we call opportunities. Oh yeah, always. So especially when people
I know.
Talk about like just the greatest property and, oh, what was it? And start describing that. Hey, by the way, you ever, I'm trying to buy a condo for my daughter, you never condos. All of a sudden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
Your point that spin and that much more.
well, look, speak to your passion about it. You're in that, in talking about that house, you have the opportunity to share like your passion around the subject matter, not just the label, the label is what's static, right? My wife's a lawyer, right? But she didn't say that and just said, oh, I represent injured workers, to get benefits from the state. It's a little more developed, right? Yeah, it's a little.
I've also just been using the term, I'm a matchmaker, and I let them, like,
Sure.
kind of ask them.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And just depending on the conversation, I help, families find their new home, I help them. So just kind of like keeping it flirty in a way. without
Yeah.
being, like, too, like.
That's your brand, and that's good, that. It's gonna work for some people, it's not gonna work for some. I have to, yeah, absolutely. All right, great, all right, we went on, got a little path there, but mission, vision, values, Tuesday, December 13th with Christie. Thanks, you guys. Tech, tomorrow is nurture your database. Friday is DocuSign 101. Monday is command overview. Tuesday website's 201. And setting your goals for 2023. It seems to be the buzz.
Joey,
Yes.
can we ask if anyone's taken these?
Has anyone taken some of these?
I just did a smart plan class this morning. Sure. Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
No, they're terrific.
Maury has a personal relationship with Scott. They're buddies. Hey. And that's the great thing about Scott. Scott is accessible, right?
Response.
Yeah, he agrees. Yeah.
What
You
kind of
have to
class
ask.
did you take?
You have to ask.
I took this challenge, the 30-day.
30-day challenge, she did everything. Christina doesn't do anything halfway.
I love a challenge.
He does? No, seriously.
What's the challenge? I'll ask you.
It's a 30-day challenge or 60-day challenge?
There's a bunch of them, there's 30 days, it's 60 days, and it's basically every day, like, check something off, do something, just in the command, usually for your database, yeah, and the command area, keep your brand going, you can get off, and, yeah, all that kind of stuff.
That sounds good.
Perfect, yeah.
Joey, there's also on Facebook, in a Facebook group, command the 66-day challenge that Marty Miller has.
Yeah.
And so it's like 5 minutes a day on a certain part of command. If you do all 66 days, you'll have finished the whole.
You've gotten your
Toolbox about
command set up.
Yeah.
Correctly. And got having
And that's available for anybody to join.
Yeah, absolutely. You jump in anywhere.
On YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yep. Great. Thanks, you guys. Broker class. Hey, Rich. What the question I've been getting asked more than anything else is, what forms are changing?
What forms are changing? The RPA is changing a little bit. The counter offers are changing a little bit. There are little changes here and there, but as we know, those little changes affect something sometimes. So my class will be at 4. It will be recorded, so it should be. If you can't make it, then it's available on YouTube. So I think you guys put it on YouTube. So
Yep, absolutely.
okay,
Is that a Zoom
Yeah.
class?
It's a Zoom class. Yeah.
it's a Zoom
Yeah,
class. Yes, today at 4. And while I have you guys, it seems that end of year is a busy time for the DRE. It looks like they have nothing to do because I've been hit with last week, 3 things from the DRE. A couple of things I want to bring to your attention. Team names. They're looking at team names. Now, you don't have to get a DBA if if the surname of one of the team members is in the title. And you can use Pisani Team, Pisani Associates, the Pisani Group. I had an issue where a team said Pisani Real Estate. So now on all of their materials, they also had the logo of the office, but all they had to do is add team, group, or associate to that, and they were compliant. So Pisani Real Estate Team, that's all well and good. So be mindful of that. They don't want the perception that you are a brokerage of your own. That's it's confusing to the public, and we don't want to confuse the public. So just be mindful of that. They're looking at this stuff. The other thing I just want to bring up to the office is that per your agreement with the office, you are not allowed to property manage. Once you lease that property, your involvement should be over. Now, I know that we all want to service our clients and the occasional, can you let somebody in? I don't see a problem with that. But the minute that you're paying for repairs, the minute that you are collecting a check, that is a big no-no, because once you touch that check, it has to be logged. It has to go, if it's not going, it would have to go into a trust account. So please do not property manage leases or don't give the impression. Now, I will say at one office, I had a broker associate who had their license at my office, had another office doing property management work, and we had an agreement that the two shall not meet. You do your property management over there, and you sell real estate and do real estate business under Keller Williams here, and that's perfectly acceptable as long as, but you'd have to be a broker associate in order for that scenario to work. So just want to bring those couple of things to everybody's mind.
Is there anything coming out on that mansionization tax?
Rich, Pete has a question about the mansionization tax. Do you know anything? Do you have any information about that yet?
I haven't heard anything as of yet. I know that our advocates on all fronts have been trying to fight that. I haven't heard where it stands just yet. If I find something out, I'll blast it to the office.
Well, it passed. It passed. It was voted on. It passed. It's 97% commercial affected. I believe it goes into effect April 1st. I could be wrong on a date, but sometime in April.
No, I'll find out about it and I'll send something to the office.
ULA.
ULA is the proposition. 7% commercial.
That's who it affects. Right, but as far as the actual turnover sales, it affects
5%.
the 5 million, over 5 million is more commercial property than residential, but of course it affect our higher value clients.
Maybe an opportunity for people in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
That are thinking about selling.
To do it right now. Yes.
Getting it on the market and getting it sold before that.
Yes. That's my 19 unit is that I talked about last week is exactly for that reason.
They want to sell it before that.
And as everybody has said, that this becomes a slippery slope because it will work its way down to residential most likely.
Well, no, it is residential. I'm just saying that the number of deals that it affects is more heavily
Oh.
weighted
Well, but yeah,
That-
yeah.
towards it affects residential.
And
and
that number may be slip also down.
Well,
yeah.
you're
For the
basically
years.
saying, oh, don't be surprised that this is a
Right,
a toe into busting up
Right.
Prop 30.
right.
Got it.
We've done quite a bit of research because I have one client that is obsessed with this and he's been like on it long before anybody else mentioned it. It does appear, and this is what I was curious if Rich knew, it does appear that the difference between a $4,999,999 sale and a $5 million sale is about $160,000 to $170,000 in tax.
At that breaking point.
Yeah, so you won't see any sales between 4,999 and 5.2. It just doesn't make any sense.
But neutralize that whole price.
Yeah, and then it goes from 4% over 5 million up to 5.5% over 10 million. So say over 8.
Can you clarify?
8 million is the Santa Monica number.
It's on the whole amount, doesn't matter.
It's not the.
That's what it looks like, but until they actually put the fine print, but that is what it looks like right now.
Not
Yeah.
the proceeds, but.
No, it's literally the number. So, which makes no sense that 4,999 versus 5 is going to cost you that much difference.
Right.
It's weird. And every jurisdiction seems to have a variation. Santa Monica, it's over 8 million. There was one passed in Culver City. I don't know what that one was. Maybe you know what that one is. You do a lot of business there.
No.
But
I don't get a price of that.
it doesn't apply Beverly Hills or West Hollywood or Pasadena.
Why is that?
What the what? Because it's not a county
They're their
measure.
own cities. Yeah, yeah.
No, city measures, LA city. And just
Right.
for whoever, no politics here, whoever you voted for mayor, neither of them supported this.
And it's about.
Right, which HHH did a great job of.
Where do we
Sorry.
get more? info?
The consultants that they pay to discuss homelessness. Sorry.
Where do we get more information on this?
It's unfolding as Charlotte has the most information.
My clients are obsessed.
I'll bring you, and this is refreshing,
Yeah.
because for the past 8 months, I have not gotten this kind of information.
That's because you're hanging with
It
me.
just passed. Just passed.
Yeah.
Right, but it's, did you have a question, Sam?
EXP is not the place to go.
Oh, shit, no.
What was the question?
Was late.
That's very cute. What was the question?
It was that it affects the seller, right?
Oh, yeah, thanks to Sal.
It's gonna affect everybody. I mean, the reality is if you have a property that is a hot property and you're the seller, you can say you're gonna pass that on to the buyer. I mean, you could, if it's a commercial property, if it's, you know, you're selling a small apartment building and, you know, the buyer's concerned about it, they're gonna try and pass that on and rent. I mean, it's just.
The cost of sale in general is built into the value, right? Our commissions, the escrow fees, they're all built into the, you know, over time, built into the value of the property because it's a standard cost of transfer, right? So this is going to be another cost of transfer at a certain level, and over time, it's going to be a little funky in the transition, but over time, it's going to basically be baked into the valuation, no?
Yeah, but I mean, also keep in mind, say you have a small apartment building, a duplex, a triplex, you know, something like that. Most people own those in an LLC. You can sell the LLC.
You can sell the LLC without selling the property.
Exactly.
This is,
There are
that's
little
an East Coast vibe.
tricky,
That's an East Coast.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's legal.
It's the unknown.
It's legal.
I got something in my trunk.
I think a lot, I hear about these things and I think, okay, how do I get around it?
You work at Home Depot.
Your LLC fell off the back of a truck. Is that it?
I'll take the one over
I
here.
didn't say it wasn't complicated, but it's.
Yeah. All right, more to come on that. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Rich. Did we cut you off, Rich, or, you good? No, you're good. All right. Okay, let's go. Oh, for anyone who doesn't know, Rich, I think we mentioned this before, Rich is the acting president of, SAR, which is this.
Not yet,
Not
not yet.
well,
January 1st.
January, we'll be there to celebrate you, buddy.
Okay, great.
There is a installation dinner. Yes. Round robin role play, Samantha.
We're gonna try this Tuesday before caravan, see if we get a better turnout of people. Here's the time to come practice on us versus practicing on your client.
Works for me.
Different scenarios.
Excellent. 10 o'clock, between 10 and 11 on Tuesday, right before the caravan, you know. Hone your chops. All right. Concierge Keller Wing, concierge info center. Okay, so we have a concierge service that allows people to do work on the properties, do sellers do work on the property before they sell and then pay out with the proceeds. The company we partner with, Zoom Casa, has, I mean, you could do so much. They don't really have a limit to what they will spend, right? I mean, they get job done.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was my.
That's normal people eat.
So I used Zoom Casa for a listing because my seller needed to get some work done, didn't want to get out of pocket about it. Well, she couldn't get out of pocket about it. So Zoom Casa, it really matters on who the agent you're teamed up with. So they have a rep that you work with, and that rep issues the subcontractors. So for instance, we had so he was the PM. So we had painting, flooring, landscaping. So those were the three top things that we did. And you know, there's a little bit of an upcharge on the pricing based on you get it, you know, you're paying, you know, you don't have to pay in advance for the work. I think that I would have a better experience the second time around only because I know what to anticipate.
You know how to manage the situation.
I understand how to manage the situation better now. So one other thing is making sure your PM and you are working hand in hand and making sure that PM knows you don't want to mess around and they need to be sharp on that deal, period, right? And that make sure that PM's subcontractors that they're issuing, that you have more detailed information. He teamed me up with and we also did staging. The stager, my 12-year-old could have furnished the house better than the taste that she had. And she had such really cool. It was just really poor quality. She was just really subpar. Like her qualification should have not been up to a stager capacity, but that's who we ended up with.
You can choose your own.
Yeah, you cannot choose your own vendors. They choose the vendors for you. For what you can do in the process of.
You choose them.
No. They have to agree to the price structure. There's an upcharge of about 20%. Yeah, so, but anyways, like if they end up choosing the vendors for you, I would recommend you get them before you commit to them. Yeah. Like if you have the option to have them give you an alternative subcontractor, I would totally do that because.
My point is you're not stuck with the vendor. You can
Well,
ask for another. You can
well,
ask
we-
for trade it out.
We ended up being stuck with the stager and we ended up like having her come back and redesign at least 3 or 4 times. And then Eileen from my team was the one that really corrected everything to make it look better. But it was, yeah, I mean, that was the only nightmare of the whole process, but again.
1 out of 4 vendors.
Could you possibly use these guys for the flooring, the paint, the carpet, whatever it is, done, hire another stage?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, no, I mean,
Have to pay for it.
I understand that in advance. I understand that.
No,
The thing is,
But the whole package in one was really convenient.
Right.
And it was the fact that everything was integrated into escrow, so there was, the transition of that was very smooth. I just feel like because you're relying on the PM, sometimes a PM may be in an area that they're not having all of the subcontractors that they're familiar with.
And the PM is project manager.
Yeah. So,
So to Christina's point, communicate, the project manager is part of your team.
Yeah.
Right? Treat them like that.
yeah,
And
Hold them
articulate and
accountable.
Hold them.
yeah, hold them accountable and lay down your expectations on that first consultation, you know?
And stay connected to it, not.
Yeah.
Stay connected.
No,
to
I mean, it's a
it.
partnership, but you just have to make sure that they don't take on the deal and then disappear. And this guy kind of did that in the beginning, and that's when I had to chase him down. I said, it's not happening right now.
Yeah. So good.
And also, it's just an understanding that with any sort of either construction project or any of us who come from production, it's you good, fast and cheap. You get 2, you don't get 3. You will never get 3. And if you push them too hard for the 3, you don't get to choose which one you're losing.
Right.
So especially in an
Say it
in an
again, slow.
environment.
Say it again, slower, so everybody hears you.
That's great.
Good.
Okay.
Geez.
So in the world of contracting, construction and production, many of us have probably been in the film business on some level. You get, there's good, fast and cheap, and everybody wants all 3. You don't get all 3. You will never, ever, ever get all 3. And anybody that promises all 3 to you is lying. And then you don't get to choose which one is the least important to you.
Yep.
So just
We'll get
keep
you out.
that in, keep that in mind. You can get 2, you can't get 3. And right now, in particular, with labor costs and materials costs being so high, cheap is probably the thing that's going to go by the wayside. So.
And
I think it's an important lesson, that's why I wanted to.
the upcharge, I think, is between 20 to 30%.
It's about 20%.
They had told me 20, unless it's a higher value thing, then it could be as low as 10. Like if you're staging a $50,000, $50,000 staging, they might take 10, but they're in it to make money. Don't kid yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fair enough. If they don't present it that way, though, that's all.
Well,
So if
do we present that, we don't say, hey, by the way, I hope you, before we start this conversation, I get paid in commission.
well, it comes out,
Yeah, but you lay out, it's a grocery store. You see what you're buying first, and then you figure out the cost.
but they present it as in you won't pay any different, and either the contractors are making less, or and there's money in there. It's fine.
20% goes, the contractors definitely are making less. They take a little big off, they take a little bit of right off both ends.
Right. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I just want to make sure people know that because it's not presented that way. That's all.
Service, you gotta pay for it. All right, let's go. So that's Wednesday. I can hardly wait.
See, I love these guys. You know what, though?
No, but the end of the day, it was a leverage. It secured the listing, and if you got the tool in your office that provides it, utilize it,
Because every other agency does.
That's a big thing with Compass, that they were promoting so much and they were getting a lot of attention because of that. So
Here, let's do this. What was the end result?
clients were super happy. We sold the house and we got it done. Likely.
You got a price for it?
Yes, we did.
Okay, you got a multiplier on the investment?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Bottom line.
Yeah, no, it again,
You know,
everyone's experience is gonna be different. If I can give you any advice from some of the quirks that I could have tweaked in my experience, then so
don't
be it.
just set it and forget it.
Yeah.
Stay involved. It's
Yeah.
part of the process.
No, I was there every time a new contractor came. I spoke with them first. I made them sure that they knew the level of expectation. We did micromanage a little bit just so that we had full control over the scenario. Because I didn't want shit hitting the fan and then having to problem solve, so.
So maybe doing like, maybe we can have like our internal, just like where we have the list of the recommended vendors, like we can have something that has to do with the concierge, so if people use them, they can, like, put down the names of people that.
People would cooperate with.
like, and that are recommended for us to.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So
Yeah.
people use Zoom Casa and they like one of the
Yeah.
vendors, we should have a list of, that's a great idea.
It can be secret. No, that's what I'm saying, like, I was like, I don't know.
To Zoom Casa.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not gonna be the kids. There are.
3 out of 4. Okay, if 3 out of 4 work in life, in general, you're doing okay.
Are they gonna talk about the
come and
They're doing it next Wednesday.
Yeah, we can ask all the questions.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right, that's good. All right, escrow 101 Dave is going to be teaching class on December.
Somebody's here.
Or is that next Wednesday? Yeah, at 1, 2.
Joey, so we can, someone here from the escrow company, like the.
Right now. Thank you.
Jonathan, what do you?
Jonathan, can you please come, like, so we can introduce you? Yeah.
Sure, Jonathan, we're going on the next meeting. Okay.
So we just want to meet you
Yeah,
though.
there you-
They take on the meeting. Jonathan is the
Oh,
his
so
assistant.
show your face.
Jonathan's not used to the line.
I'm not used to the limelight.
Joey, come.
Hello, everyone.
Jonathan is David's assistant, and he answers a lot of questions.
Always here for you. Well, I'm in the back. They got me in the back, but we're always here for you. Have questions. Even if you're not using us, if you have questions about what escrow does, or if you're feeling a little iffy about them, feel free to come to us, contact us, reach out to us. We can walk you through it, guide your clients, help you out. But we're just here to help you out, and we're here to assist you and guide you through so you can close on your deals. So
You
we're,
guys are the fastest to respond of any escrow person I come across, serious, and I appreciate that. That's no joke.
Thank you. And then, Jonathan makes is known for his sweet potato pie. Jonathan, how was that sweet potato pie? There you go.
definitely good.
Thank you.
Thank you, no problem.
All right, next is, Movement Mortgage, Andy. It's the
Hi.
opportunity waiting for in the housing market. What's going on?
My gosh, you guys, I sent out an email last week. This is the first time ever that we have been allowed to invite our agent partners. We get on these calls with Barry, where he talks to just the movement salespeople and stuff.
Very in the middle with the baby lady.
He gets on the calls with us internally about once a month or so. This is the first time they're opening it up for us to invite our agent referral partners. You guys have heard me talk about Barry for years. This is an opportunity you absolutely 150% do not want to miss. I will send out reminder emails. You have to register for it. It's a live webinar. Mike Brennan is the president of Movement Mortgage. Incredible guy, great speaker. Jake Failing is the vice president of marketing. And then of course, Barry Habib from MBS Highway is going to give a full market update. So do not miss it. I promise, promise, promise.
It will, I mean, Barry will make your head spin, right? He's really, he's really quite insightful about, about the market, and the drivers behind the market. And been a great, just the articles you've sent and the videos you've sent of him, have opened my eyes, and I think I understand the underpinning of lending more than I've ever in my life. So there you go. And it's
Well, I mean, the beauty of it is we've been having these conversations all year long. So
Yeah.
You guys are ready for this. He's great to listen to. You'll get a ton out of it. You can use it in your own marketing, and you can translate it and relay the information. It's so valuable. I'm super excited about it.
perfect. Thank you, Andy. Thank
Yeah.
you for bringing that. All right. Okay, Tim said I need to move on because we're moving too slow here. Say I only have 6 minutes left.
Meeting's over.
What was you chatting it on? It's all good. 84. Core services,
Kick
that's
him in the
Andy.
leadership.
We already talked to Andy. Ben, are you on today? Raha?
Raha?
Hey, Ben.
Okay.
Hi, Raha.
Hi, Len, do you want to go first? I can go first.
Go for it.
Talk to you.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Today I wanted to bring up something that has happened twice just this past week, and that is the mention of inspection reports in the contract. One instance was that the buyer's agent stated and checked the box in the RPA that the buyer shall pay for the general inspection report and the termite inspection report. These items are given buyer's responsibility, does not and should not be mentioned in the contract. Another instance was where the seller countered the RPA, and in the counter they stated buyer is in receipt of the attached foundation and roof inspection report. So that should not be mentioned on the counters or any part of the documents that the lenders will need to see. This can and should be mentioned on a separate receipt for reports for the buyer to sign. I'm going to let Andy jump in here to give us some notes on what exactly can happen when there is a report mentioned in the contract.
I will tell you what not can, but will happen. Underwriting will 100% ask you for a copy of that report. They will go through it and they will condition you to have repairs made and things addressed. And just for instance, so I was talking with another agent that I work with a lot outside of this office. She just had a scenario where the buyer sent her inspection reports to her lender, and this is a very specific lender for this loan that this woman was getting. Long story short, the buyer sent the inspection reports to the lender, literally shot herself in the foot. The loan is not closing. She has no other lending options. Do not mention inspection reports or it's going to be called out. So also, you don't ever want to forward a request for repair either. Bad idea. Be very, very cautious of all of that. So that's my 2 cents.
Thank you, Andy.
Yeah.
The lenders don't want to see it, right? I mean, that's it, but if it's a contractual term, then they must see it.
I think it would be helpful for Raha to define what actually is in the contract, because there's so much paper for the newer agents, they might not realize.
So this is something that's not, it's not automatically written in. It's something that they add on. So you know where there are check boxes where it says seller to pay for said report or buyer to pay for, and they check throughout the RPA. This is that they add and check the box where it says buyer shall pay for, and then they type in the words termite inspection report, and they type in the words general inspection report. So in the contract, it states that they do their due diligence within a time period, which is fine, but do not mention these reports. Do not add those on in the contract. Does that make sense?
It's just like the old days, when the old contract, when the termite report was automatic, if that box was not checked to remove or waive the termite report was automatically asked for by the lender, as well as a clear termite report or clear section 1. So same thing. If you're mentioning it, it's going to get asked for.
Yes.
So I'll add to that too. On the request for repairs, it actually says if there's a credit agreed to, the parties will have a separate addendum indicating that credit. So that addendum alone just says seller to credit buyer 5,000, and that goes to the lender. But that's why CAR actually makes it a separate document, so that request for repair is not going to the lender with that credit on it. It's a separate addendum that you get.
I just send an email to.
Escrow.
Yeah. Do another guy.
Yeah,
So
I've never
this,
done that either.
This depends on the escrow company and also on the lender. So there are different ways. Sometimes the escrow company just creates an amendment and the lender is fine with that. But some lenders want a CAR addendum, and some escrow companies want the CAR addendum to be able to prepare the escrow amendment. So it's all a case-by-case basis, but I would recommend, if you know you're getting a credit, just have a separate CAR addendum. It's clean. You just send that out to the lender And you don't have to forward the request for repair, and you should not do that.
Yeah, as long as it's not tied to the, you don't want to tie it. You just want to say it's a 5,000 credit to the buyer, right?
You don't
Not
want to tie
tied
to the request for repair.
Tied to the request for repair. Yeah.
What do you do? if you're the
Exactly.
buyer?
You can tie it to the RPA, that's fine.
What if you do, what would you do if you're the buyer's agent and the selling agent, the listing agent in your counter says, and in the counter, and here's the.
So what you do is you educate that agent.
Just have you call Christina.
Doesn't matter, I think, because it's an actual valid and it's also a condition of a successful closing. Yeah, it screws them up. So when you inline them, then you have them revise it.
I've had listings.
Well, especially now, people doing the pre-listing inspection.
Don't do it for any email.
So like for listing agents, like last night I got a counter and the agent sent a bunch of pre-listing inspection reports and the lender is right on that email. So now the lender like has all things.
Oh.
You'd be surprised how often it happens. It happens so often. It's crazy.
Luckily our lenders.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Oh, that's.
Yeah, thanks.
Why would you let you're on your
All right, let's keep this party going. Ra, you good? Thank
I'm good. Thank you, guys.
you so much.
Thank you, Andy.
Ben, what do you got?
Hey, lots of good stuff, you guys, today. Just a quick reminder, taxes, property taxes are due the 10th of December. This is the first installment. Given that the 10th does fall on a weekend and or a holiday, this time around is actually, you have up until the 12th before it's considered late. Now, of course, if your client and or yourself are on impounds, which comes out of your mortgage payment, don't worry about it. It should be taken care of. Also, wanted to let you guys know I will be there on Friday for the business planning with Joey. Of course, any type of business planning always leads to lead gen, and I will be there with some Clearmark title goodies. So I'll see you guys on Friday.
You love swag.
Yeah, we do.
Thanks, guys.
And all depends on there, be conscious, goes to the December 12th. What, a little pitfall that we've run into in the past is you have a seller who doesn't pay his taxes because he thinks it's going to come out of escrow and it's supposed to close on November 28th, but it doesn't close on time and they don't pay the taxes, and then the taxes go in arrears. And so the 12th passes and the property hasn't closed and the seller hasn't paid the taxes. And it's a big mess. So
And the penalties,
be cognizant of the timing of that. If the escrow is going to go longer than past the time of when the taxes are due, the seller's going to have to take care of that before they close, right? One way or another, or pay a penalty.
Prorated.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a 10% penalty typically. And then again, if you guys need to check any of this stuff, of course, email or text or call me. I can look that up for you guys and make sure that it has cleared as well.
Well, make sure if your closing is within 90 days of any due date, that the lender is aware of it, because some lenders will require it to be prepaid.
Yeah.
I had a client that got stuck with an extra $5,000 bill on a closing, and it was nowhere near December 10th.
Yeah.
But they required it, and we almost, she almost
Yeah.
couldn't move into her house
Yeah.
because of it.
Yep. So yeah, just be aware. Thanks, Julie.
Yes.
Thanks, Ben. All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah. They tried to put it on. That's what she said.
What do you got? Birthdays? Shanae Russell. I don't know if Shanae's on the call. If you are, definitely raise your hand. She was on earlier. Yeah, she did. Okay. Welcome, Shanae. Next time you see her, she's lovely. Birthdays this week. Today is Margaret Hanson's. Oh my gosh. Anna Thane's birthday this week. Leanne Also, Damasio has a birthday coming up, and Michelle Lima also has a birthday coming up. Happy birthday, you guys. Some closings, Alex Leon, congratulations on Colonial. Yay, Jen Hohenstein and Sabine on Plymouth, congratulations to you all this week for the closings. She got recognized.
Yeah, wasn't
No,
that
she
Eileen's
got
list?
recognized last week, it was fun, yeah. New escrows, Barrington Group have two, Wood Lawn and, what's that, Khalifa, yes. Also, Eileen has, Ninth Avenue, all right, has a lot of numbers there, and Wendy Sacchiani, has, Van Elden, all of them.
Tarzana.
I'm doing better than some other days. And Paulo Chan, who I just talked to the other day, is Riverside Drive. He has a new escrow. Also closed leases. Paul Yu has one. Sharon Bostomsky has another, and Matthew Lobby and Dragana all have closed leases. Congratulations, you guys. New listings. Drum roll, please. Single family. Christina Kim has a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,610 square feet for 2.15.
Okay, so that's, so it's not a 3-bed.
Correct, or some.
Okay, but it is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, but this is a 2-lot pie. What that means is that the previous seller or someone in the past who had owned this property had tied 2 lots together with the city.
Side by side or?
Side by side. Side by side. So you can actually go to the city and you can untie the 2 lots. So this is a tear down development opportunity. It is an R11. So it's either you can build 2 SFRs and an ADU. One of the houses that's existing has a pool already that would need refacing. But this is in Franklin Hill and Los Feliz area.
Very
Views, amazing views from this site here. And it's over 13,400 square feet of lot, all usable land. So just letting you know that. And then also you could either do the 2 houses, like I mentioned, or you could present the SB9 program. If you guys don't know what the SB9 program is, there is a webinar that my development company is doing today at 1 o'clock. Text me, I'll send over the link to it, and then you guys can really educate yourself and maybe educate your clients on what an SB9 program is. It is a legislation that passed in the beginning of 2022, so it is still fairly very new, but it is an opportunity for R1 zoning homes.
And it's a special assessment areas, but not assessment.
No, it's an R1. So what it is that it provides opportunity for R1 homeowners to build out additional units on their lot without doing a zone change. And the caveat is without doing a public hearing, because those are where they reject a lot of these multifamily projects in residential communities. This is a legislation that actually surpasses that, so you don't need public hearing. So there's no community rejection for the project, so it's a straight through for homeowners to provide additional housing in our market.
And is SB9, is that statewide or town?
It is statewide for the state of California.
It's listen, local homeownership is protecting, understandably, their way of life, right? But we live in an area that needs density. We need more housing.
But the difference for this
helps.
So the reason why developers are not supposed to utilize this program and it's for homeowners exclusively is because the caveat is that the homeowner has to live in one of the units for a minimum of 3 years.
Yeah.
Not 5 years.
No, 3 years. And then you can sell it. So there's a lot of investors that are finding loopholes to work around the requirements for now, because it is very new. So it's like a wild, wild west. A lot of people are getting away with things probably they won't get away with later on once they start implementing more guidelines to this. So.
Yep, especially at a local level.
Yeah. So anyways, this is a tear down project, so don't bring end users to me about this. And I prefer it to be someone that's really seasoned, understanding how to I don't want a new developer trying to tap into this. It's a little tricky.
Well, they're not gonna understand the opportunity of the second level.
But it's, you know, 2 houses, 2 ADUs, the exit is gonna be amazing. It's 2.15 for 2 lots, you know?
So it's flat, but there's views.
It's not flat, it's slow grade,
Okay.
but the view on top on Sanborn, they're on the right side of Sanborn, so you get downtown, you get, you know, you get the views, plus the privacy, and it's in such a really cute pocket right near.
That's a
Sunset
great
Station.
area.
Mhm.
So great.
All right, next.
Oh, Joey, before you move, can you go back to that? Because you know, my job is to be Debbie Downer here, so I don't know if I've mentioned it to this office, but it caught my eye that there was a red box around that property. And I have to caution everybody not to draw lines around properties.
Oh, okay. So
Let him finish his thing.
this is from the picture. I just want to let you know,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So tell them we're not buying that part of the driveway.
Right.
yeah.
Or the pool.
Well, but that's not it, because I mean, that could be some, but I'm in the middle of a lawsuit where there was a line drawn around a property, which gives the impression of the property lines, and it doesn't jive with where the property lines really are. I mean, we all know that it's ridiculous and it's stupid, but these are what people fixate on. And if you give the impression that this is what you're buying and this is the line, then some people may grasp onto that. And if it doesn't turn out to be that, you have a lawsuit on your hands, and which is what I'm in the middle of right now. So please do not draw lines around properties to show boundaries. It's just that simple. It'll save you a lot of headache. So
Makes sense.
sorry.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes perfect sense. All right, Tati, go. Leases.
Okay.
Leases. What do we have? Laura Anderson has the Mansfield lease. That looks like the back of the property, 2-bedroom, 1 bath. No, that's 31. Oh, that's the front of the property. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, 3250. 3250 per month. It's
That's a great.
That's the downstairs.
downstairs.
Yeah, so
How
I don't
big is
know, what's that?
That's a great deal.
Well, it's right off La Brea. So you're looking on the back side, you're kind of looking into an auto body shop. 1. 2, it was also really kind of basically original condition. I don't know how much they did.
The upstairs is probably renovated.
The downstairs had a long-term tenant who was finally out of there. But again, it needed a lot of fluffing up.
It's vintage.
And it was, I don't even
Really good
vintage,
price.
but I don't even know, it didn't have AC. It had a couple of window units.
So, I mean, it's still a really good price.
It's
Absolutely great.
Pretty good. It's pretty big. It's pretty
Pretty
good
size, yeah.
Good size.
Yeah.
Yep, especially with everything else. Yeah.
That'll last like a.
All right, next is income properties. What do you have? Pete's, we talked about in nauseum, 335 South Norton, Dragon is favorite. 179.
He's got all.
He's got offers already. Or
Yeah, he's got
expecting
multiple. Yeah.
Yep.
Next.
Next.
Who said that? 1 second. What's that?
I also have a rental in Santa Monica for 2,500 under 800 square feet, and it's 1 bedroom. It's in good condition, but it is quote unquote original. So the hardwood, the kitchen all have the tiles. So it's all original. If anyone has any.
What? So 2,500 in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really nice neighborhood. There's a lot of restaurants around it, right off of close to Bundy and Wilshire.
Excellent. Oh, great. Nice neighborhood. Excellent. All right. Any, we're there anyway. Talking listings. Definitely. You got something? Question?
When,
Statement?
question, so the heater,
Funding.
I'll get that on the.
Yeah. All right.
Let you know.
And you can, he's right there. You just don't- Yeah, you can, Trish. Anyone else, puppet listing coming soon you'd like to share?
No, thanks.
Now they're all exhausted.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay, all right, don't forget about the, are we having an office meeting next Wednesday? For the, what's that? Okay, great.
I also wanted to ask if anybody has any properties in the Monterey Park area, and then
Talk to Tiffany. Talk to Tiffany, yeah, ask Tiffany, she might have some.
What kind of property?
The next two Wednesdays.
What's that?
I believe the next two Wednesdays we're having meetings, and then the 28th we're not.
Okay.
But I don't know if the 28th is still on there or not. I brought it up to her.
Yeah, sure. What else? Any other ones, Miss Jacqueline?
Does anybody know of agents in Barcelona?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
done.
I know a lot of people in worldwide, because I go to the conferences, yeah.
Any references for worldwide? David Hitt has the connection. David is
I was invited to the France meeting 3 years ago to talk on a luxury breakout.
Oh, you did?
My old partner, yeah. It was freezing in January, not the time to go. So, yeah, but it was fun, yeah.
Yeah, all day. All right, excellent. Anyone else have any wants or needs that they'd like to share before we disband?
All right.
I'm still on my toes and my good muscle.
Yeah.
Anyone? No? Let's. Who's ready? It's on.
Yes. Your guys or the list there.
Oh,
Everybody of the thing. It goes.
thank you, Zati. They love your to the point emails.
Great job with decoration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Karen Paula and as you can see, it's all in on the holiday
Start
spirit.
that night.
It's
Kate.
all right, guys.
Right. Celebration.
You guys have a great week.
Okay,
Hope you guys make it. And we'll pick this up. Conversation.
Excellent.
Tell all your friends.
Yeah. I mean, I would have to go.
Nash, let's go. Come on.